here. Happy Wednesday to you. The sky, the birds are chirping. Cuckoo, cuckoo. So, real quick, I'm going to start this live with announcements. And then I'll get into what I want to talk about, and then I'll be done. I have a meeting sharply starting at 1 o'clock. So I have about 50 minutes on here, and we're going to try our best to do well with this live, child. So, quick things. I have started doing silent workouts. So if you don't know, my name is Coach Maureen. I am a plus size fitness coach. One of the things that I do, hey, what's up, Callie? One of the things that I do are live Zoom workouts. So these workouts happen on the Zoom app, and I do the workout live with you. I am a fitness coach, so I like to be able to see you doing the exercise, because I think that that's responsible of me as a coach, not to just do the exercise and don't care what you're doing. I want to see you do it. I want to be able to encourage you through it when I see you struggling. And I also like to take an assessment of your growth over time. When you think I'm not watching, I'm watching. And I can correct your form and et cetera, et cetera. So I do those classes, right? But I also want to be able to show, and for people that may not be able to afford to take the class, to at least give them some sort of what I do on my lives. So I started broadcasting the actual class on my live stream. But because of YouTube copyrights, I have to silence the music. So if you see those lives and you're like, all of a sudden the sound goes out, that's because I'm playing copywritten music that you will get the benefit of if you're in class. But if you can't make it to class for whatever reason, you can still kind of follow the workout as we go. So what I suggest is, if you're going to be doing those workouts instead of taking class with me, then make your own playlist so that you can play some music, or just do it silently. I don't know. But I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to start showing more of what I do. Like, because it's one thing to talk about fitness, it's one thing to talk about consistency, it's one thing to preach those things, but I want to actually show you the good, the bad, and the very ugly, child, because it get ugly. It get ugly. And there's no glossing over that part, because when you gloss over like the difficult parts of being consistent. What's up, Astro? How you doing? Welcome to the live. When you gloss over the innocent part of your fitness journey, the gritty part of your fitness journey, I think that when people that are starting a journey, when they come up against obstacles, they think that they're just not cut out to be consistent because they're having all of these obstacles and it's getting really tough. And they're like, why am I still not motivated? I should have all this motivation. Look at Coach, or look at Callie, or look at whatever other fitness person that you follow. And they're like, they're always consistent. But that consistency comes from doing it anyway. Doing it even though you're feeling down, doing it even though you're tired, doing it even though your Aunt Flo is kicking you in the tail. All of those things, right? Hi, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Hi, ITAC. Welcome to the live. Hi. I'm just starting the live by just talking about some of the things I got going on, and then I'm gonna get into a little bit. Then I gotta go. So thank you for being here. Just double tap the screen for me, like the live, and if you feel like it, if you hang around for a while and you feel like subscribing to the channel, feel free. Astro said, before I go, I gotta say that you seem like such a nice person. Thank you so much. Bless you. I hope you never lose your spark, never give up. I needed that today, Astro. I appreciate that. Like, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I try to be as authentically me as I can. What's up, Joe? How you doing, yo-yo? Hi, you doing? So I try to be like, I'm saying try, but I'm just me on this platform. And you can't let YouTube and your success or not success, whatever, stop you from being you. Like, always remember who you are, and don't feel pressure to try and fit into what is going on. You know what I'm saying? Callie said, I did not want to work out last night. I took a rest day Monday, but I had to put the work in no matter what. Be consistent, people. That's the truth. And even when you don't feel like doing it, and that goes across the board, that goes along with what I want to talk about in a little bit. Whether it be your fitness journey, and I know there's a lot of preaching about being consistent and doing it anyway, but I know some people just kind of don't want to hear that because they can't even fathom how to get to that point, how to get to the point of being consistent. But I'm here to tell you, as somebody who has struggled with weight my entire life, and I'm not skinny by any means right now, and that is why I put myself out there, even though I get scrutiny for calling myself a plus size fitness coach. Because I call myself that, people are like, well, you need to be in your own class because you big as hell, you too big, you big, and all that foolishness. But guess what? Big people need to work out too. And I ain't talking to them. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the girl that struggled with weight their whole life and thinks that they don't belong in the gym. They don't belong in the fitness space. Yes, the motherfuck you do. You belong. You need to work out for you, not just to lose weight or not just to be snatched or whatever have you. You're doing it for your mental health. You're doing it to be the best version of you, not anybody else. Chocolate, welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Happy birthday on YouTube. Thank you. Chocolate say yes. Is that, I can't see it's a tiny little picture. Is that I don't want to say your real name. I don't know if that's what you want. But do I know you outside of YouTube? Just say yes or no. But that's the reality of this thing, right? Is everybody that works out is not going to be skinny. Everybody that works out is not going to have a six pack. And the reality is, even if you work out, oh, it is Ty. I thought so. But we don't know off of YouTube, but it's Ty. Because you know who you looked like. That picture looks similar to a picture of somebody I know off of YouTube that was one of my clients. So I thought maybe you were her. How you doing, Ty? But a big girl, oh, you changing. You know, Chocolate was, sidebar guys, Chocolate was my middle school and high school little nickname. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. That was my nickname. They always called me Chocolate because I'm chocolate. And I always loved that name because it adds a sense of endearment to the dark-skinned girl, because that's a whole nother live. I could talk about that in a whole different live, about how dark-skinned black women weren't the favorite, weren't the selected choice, and still aren't in some circles. And we're not seen as, I'm talking generally, generally, we're not seen as beautiful, right? Do we believe that? Absolutely not. I think I am a beautiful woman, not at all, you know, but there were times growing up when I wished I was lighter because of that backlash and being called the African booty scratcher and you black, you bliggity black. When we turn the lights out, all we can see is your eyes and teeth. Ha 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 ha. And when you're in those formidable years, that bothers you. But as you grow up, you start to fall in love with the chocolates. Okay. So he said, Chocolate said, your hair is laid. Thank you. And you look beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But just a little bit more on my passion, y'all. I got to talk about it. Even if you work out every day, right? This is one of the main reasons. I have several main reasons, but one of them is negating that conversation or negating that message that if you work out all the time and you eat a certain way, you're going to look like a fitness model, a typical fitness model, right? Like you're going to be a size 6, you're going to be flat stomached, you're going to be all of this. That's not the case for everybody. That's not the case for everybody. So what you have to relearn is you want to get to the best version of you and not rely on beauty standards, that the global beauty standard. You want to worry about being your best version of yourself and not getting frustrated because you're not losing 100 pounds in 2 months, right? And staying consistent, because I think that stops people too. They're not getting the results that shorty over there got, so they stop. But forget all of that. Do what's best for you. And everybody is intelligent. You know that working out, eating right is better for your health. And not just because you're falling into what society says, and they call fat people this or they call fat people that. I'm fat. I work out every day. I'm fit and I'm fat. I'd say it proud. And that's okay. But I'm taking care of myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're taking care of yourself, and you're not looking at it as I need to get to a size blah blah blah, or I need to look like such and such and such. No, you need to look at you and how you look, and you want to be the best version of yourself. You want to show up for the you that's 60. You want to show up for the you that's 80, and you want to be in the best physical shape that you can be in when you're 60, when you're 80. You're fighting for you, nobody else. Okay? But anyway, so Yo-Yo said right. You have to keep going and focus on you for sure. You have to focus on you. You cannot focus on anybody else's success. And that goes across different avenues of life, right? But I'm specifically talking about fitness, and I'm specifically speaking to my ladies, the ladies that look like me, that's not skinny, because I've heard this. These are the women that I coach. I coach women that are bigger, and they've always been bigger. They've always been in the size 22, size 24. They've always been big. They've always been told that they carry it well. But they are at a place where they're starting to feel it in their knees. They're feeling it in their back. They want to slim down, not to be skinny, because I ain't trying to be skinny, but they just want to be in the better shape and the best shape and feel confident when they lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I hear what they say, a lot of times they said in the past they would stop because they were trying to get to a size 10 or a size 8. And child, that might not be it. That might be unhealthy for some people to starve themselves down to a size 8 or a size 6 just because that's seen as the healthy size. I'd rather you be a healthy size 14 or a healthy size 12 and be able to maintain and sustain that for the rest of your life, rather than starve your behind or take, no offense to anyone that's on medication. Please don't take offense. Or take these medications because you're seeing everybody get so skinny on them. Take those for a temporary period of time, and then once you get off of it, you balloon back up. So slow and steady, get into a place where you need to be. All right, I'm going in on this. I could go in on talking about weight and talking about real fitness for real people that struggle with weight and how to change your mental. You know what I'm saying? But what I really wanted to touch on is the fact I woke up today, and in my YouTube studio, they were like, girl, happy birthday. And I was like, happy birthday? What's up, Monique? They were like, happy birthday. And I was like, it's my birthday. No, it ain't. My birthday in January. And they said, it's my YouTube birthday. And I was like, it is? Well, technically, I started my page 4 years ago today. What? So, happy birthday to me. The birds are chirping. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, Monique. So when I heard that, I was like, damn, 4 years. But let me put this little sidebar on it, y'all. I haven't been grinding and putting out consistent content the way that I am right now for 4 years. Absolutely not. I would say that I've been super consistent on YouTube, showing up on lives and vlogs and everything else, and being in the YouTube streets. I've been doing that since November, the end of November, after Thanksgiving. So I started Vlogmas last year, 2024, and then I just been going consistently since then. Before that, I would post a video maybe once a week. And when you're a brand new YouTuber and you don't have a steady community, posting once a week, and I would post hour-long vlogs, okay? Vlogs. And sometimes I would get really good views on the vlogs, but it's fleeting people. It's people that's gonna watch this vlog and be like, oh, I like that video. And then they just move on. They're not like, because I didn't really have like clear, okay, this is what I'm doing, subscribe. It was just me putting these videos out and not really having like a strategy on YouTube. And in this market and in this saturated area, you've got to grab them people when they come to your channel, child. So for the first 3 years, I'd say, just about a little over 3 years, I was just posting like once a week here and there, right? And then sometimes I would take like a 2-week break or 3-week break. So it wasn't real consistent. But for that period of time, I think I had like 300 and something subscribers all that time, like for 3 years. But I kept posting, you know, I wanted my YouTube channel to grow, but I wasn't actively pursuing it at the time yet. But then in November, something just said to me, hey girl, hey you, start posting on a daily basis. So I did. I started posting a vlog a day. I started getting more like connecting with people that were responding to the vlogs. And I built a community. I built more of a community. I normally, guys, I know that some people so a few things with this live I'm doing today. One, it's not at my typical time. I normally do my lunchtime lives at 1 o'clock. So I know there's some people that are waiting for me to be live at 1, and they're gonna be a little mad because I didn't schedule this at all. I just went live. I just didn't have time to do all of that today because we're in a lot of meetings. But I have a nice sized community, and I have a nice level of support from people, which is awesome. So if you're a YouTube content creator or you're thinking about being a YouTube content creator, hi Josh, how are you? Welcome to the live, Josh. I've never seen you here before. I hope you stick around for a minute. I don't know if you are a content creator or not, but I'm just talking about my YouTube journey, and I'm just talking about what I've kind of observed over the time that I've been on YouTube. So because in the beginning I was like kind of posting when I felt like it, and how much my channel has grown since I started posting on a daily basis. Yes. So Entertainment You Love says switching up time sometimes can be good too. That's how you meet different people. True. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. It's just, so at work, you know, so I guess this is good today, but at work typically, like the way that it works is very structured. So you have a schedule, you get to pick what your scheduled lunch time is, but I have the same lunchtime every day. So when I was starting to really get into my YouTube bag and really wanting to, you know, continue to engage and be present on lives and doing videos, I had to figure out when I could do a live during the day because my days are very busy. So I go to work during the day, you know, typical 9 to 5 job. Then after work, I do my live Zoom workouts. Hi, T. After work, I do my live Zoom workouts at 7 p.m. Whew. So this 46-year-old, I don't know who I think I'm is. No, I do know who I think I am. I'm somebody that want to be juicy when I turn 80. I want to be juicy. I want to be able to drop it low and pick it up slow. You know, heard me? So I do workouts Monday through Thursday from 7 to about 8 o'clock, 8:15 every day. Well, Monday through Thursday. So my weeks are really busy. And then after my workouts, if I might be editing or doing some other stuff or seeing a client, because I also do one-on-one fitness coaching. Whew, So I have my main time job and my passion. So speaking to what Tabitha Brown was saying, that pissed everybody off. That's what I do. That's what I do. I have to work. I work a regular job while I'm working on my dream. My dream would be to be a fitness coach, be a fitness motivator for the plus size Black woman, especially, but of course, including all people, but specifically for my sisters, because that is my passion, my people. Black and brown, brown too, you know what I'm saying? Because we are the ones that deal the most with our weight. And then we start thinking about all the food we have to give up, and I ain't gonna be able to do it, and when am I gonna fit time in? So I want to motivate that and teach you how to not think like that. That's my passion, but I gotta work a 9 to 5. So I said all of that to say, that's why typically my lives are at 1 o'clock, because I don't really have any other time. But if I can fit in a live at a different time, I will definitely remember what Yo-Yo said, because Yo-Yo know what she's talking about, child. Because that lady has grown her channel. So I definitely will listen to you. Oh. So T said, I seen you working out yesterday. Yeah, I do that every day. So guys, I said this at the very beginning, but I don't know if some of y'all were here. I started going live at 7 when I do my class. But the issue on YouTube is copywritten music. So what I'm doing is I mute the workout when I'm playing copywritten music so that I'm able to post it and keep it up and it can still be monetized. So if you want to work out with me and you are unable to take the real class where you will hear all my playlists, and my playlist is a part of the vibe. Like my playlists are my co-hosts, and I'm 46, so my musical taste, so some of the newer music, I'm not really too vibey into that. So if that's your thing, maybe you'll think my playlists are dated and whack. But my playlist, I go from like 90s music all the way to about some new stuff sometimes, but all the way to about, I say 2018, and then Glorilla. I love Glorilla. But anyway, it depends on the day. All during the week, the classes are different. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are all different. Monday is cardio and core. Tuesday is upper body. Wednesday is lower body. Thursday is full body, no equipment. And I started showing those on live. So if you want to work out with me without coming to class, you can definitely join the live at 7 o'clock every day, Monday through Thursday. And then on top of that, you get to see what I be doing. So if you wanted to come to class, it's kind of like a little preview so you can kind of see what the hell be going on during class before you sign up. But I encourage you to sign up because you get the full experience. And also, it's more of an accountability thing because when you're in class, I see you and you can see me because I do it on Zoom. But anyway, back to YouTube. So what I've learned in my short little period of time on here, 4 years now, child. So what is that? I'm in preschool. What I've learned is consistency. Definitely being consistent, definitely showing up. And also the other piece that I've learned is doing it anyway. So there are going to be times when you get frustrated, right? You're not getting the numbers that you want. You're not getting the engagement you would like. And that makes a lot of people experience burnout because they feel like they're doing all this output and they're not seeing the 20K views and the 50K views. But the way that I've been able to keep going and not experience any burnout is I watch the numbers, but I don't let the numbers dictate how I show up. Does that make sense? I watch the numbers, but I don't let it dictate how I show up. So I'm gonna show up anyway. and I'm going to keep posting, and I'm going to keep spreading my message, and I'm going to stay authentically me. And because of that, I've been able to become monetized. And since I've been monetized, every month that the payout comes, I'm getting a payout, and it's increasing each and every time. So it might be slow. Hi, Melinda. How are you? Welcome to the live. And it might be slow growth, but my goal is to have a long-term YouTube channel. Like hi, Kayla, thank you. It's my YouTube birthday. It's not my real birthday, but it's my YouTube birthday. My goal is to have a long-term channel. Like I'm in this for the long haul. And while I would love to, I do plan on eventually having a larger audience and being one of the channels that is able to really like see some big money, and have sponsorship deals, all of that, yes. But I'm okay with the slow grind because I'm still learning. How to edit efficiently. Child, I'll be taking forever to edit. I'm still learning. I'm getting better with lives, like being able to engage and stay with the chat. The chat is moving nice and slow today. Yesterday, when I went live, because I had more of a hot topic, that chat was going crazy. But I like this. I like more intimate lives sometimes, where I can just sit and talk to whoever comes in, and we can engage with each other for a little bit. Because like, when I think about like, I get emo. I'm also a big crybaby, but I don't know where that came from because I never used to be a crybaby. But I think perimenopause came and it made me into like this really emotional person. So but I am grateful, super grateful for anybody that clicks on my video and stays and like likes it and takes the time to comment. There's so many people on YouTube. So when people when people take it a step further and they say something like, I started working out because you motivated me. What? Like, when you sit and think about how you can impact somebody's life just by posting videos and being authentically yourself, you start to realize that there's a responsibility there. And I want to make sure that when my time in the sun comes, that I'm aware of that responsibility and I'm prepared for that responsibility. So I'm okay with slow growth. I'm okay with that because it's slow and steady. And I know that there are other content creators that see my channel and may want their channel to resemble mine. And they're like, girl, you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative and it's all in how you look at your journey. So I hope that makes sense to any content creator, or if you just take out the YouTube part and think about that in terms of any endeavor that you're trying. If the progress is slow, that's okay. While it's slow, like, learn as much as you can. Get to know yourself. Get to know your triggers. Get to know times in your life when things make you not want to do the thing, whatever the thing is. Just enjoy the journey and don't worry so much about the destination. That's kind of what I'm saying. Aw, T. So Kayla, my girl, Kayla, baby, said, oh, okay, happy YouTube day. Yes, I saw it on my, what's it called? The YouTube studio this morning. And I was like, it's my birthday, really? It's been 4 years on this place, child. And then I know some people would be like, Dag, I wish I knew what I knew then. Don't say that. And then the other thing that people say that I'm like, try and reframe that a little bit. When people are in a relationship for like 5 years, a friendship, a marriage, a boyfriend girlfriend situation, and or girlfriend or boyfriend whatever, in a relationship, and it doesn't work, it doesn't end well. People say, I wasted 5 years of my life. Let's reframe that. Reframe that a little bit. Take from that relationship what you need, whether that be a lesson so that you never do that again, whether that be you realize that you need to work on yourself so that you don't make the same mistake again, you don't choose the same type of person again. If it was a friendship and you saw the signs earlier, like, just take that time to reflect on you and realize that relationship, that situation was a lesson that you needed to learn, and learn from it. Don't do the same thing again now. Learn. Ciao. Can you guys put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me? Because I just got a call. Can you hear me, guys? I hope it didn't mute me. Okay, all right. Let me go back to the Kayla said, congrats on your success and happiness. Looking forward to it all. I'm sorry, guys. They're trying to hate on me. Yeah, they called back. And it's a daggone, telemarketer. Like, leave me alone. And I have on my do not disturb. I don't know what kind of, they must be putting some kind of filter on their calls or something. I have to see if I can figure out another thing to do to stop it. It's so annoying. Or a scammer. I don't know, either one, because I pay my bills on time. So leave me alone. Like, even if my mama always told me, first thing you pay is yourself. Second thing you pay is the roof over your head. And then everything else. And then what you got left, you thank God that you was able to pay them bills. And if you got to suck salt for 2 weeks, you do that. Because if God forbid you lose your job or anything happens, at least you have your good name to go on. You can call these companies and be like, look at my payment history. Obviously, I'm going through the time. Is there anything that I can do? But anyway, back to, hi, Yvette. Because, I get off topic, man, child. Kayla said, I agree. Kayla said, I'm so appreciative. So true. Yes, everything great takes time. And if you really start to adopt that thought process, it will help you in the long run. And you will just take all of the growth in stride, and you won't be so focused on, I need to blow up tomorrow. Because honestly, I always say this, guys, like, are you ready for a viral moment? Like, do you have everything in place? I always say, I've been working for 5 years on my classes, 5 years. So I know one day I'm going to have an influx of people come into class. I know it. I see it. I already I see it. I believe it like that. I have everything in place. I have all the systems are in place for when that flock of people come. I'm ready. I'm ready for them. And I have been preparing and working towards my goal. My classes are flawless. Like, I know how to engage in the workout, do the workout with you, encourage you to keep going, show you by example. Like, this is all stuff that I've worked on. I worked on my breath control because I'm actually working out and sweating bullets with you and counting and encouraging. So I've worked on my breath control. I've worked on centering myself to be able to give so much of myself to other people. So those things have been worked on over time. You know how they say, we ain't got a lot of time. But most people, the average life expectancy is what? I don't know what it is right now, but I would guess it's about 70. So that's a long motherfucking time. And you know how long, when time don't move as fast as we think? When you're doing a plank. Or when you on that treadmill, the time is like super slow. So I think when you make bad decisions, time takes forever. SK, thank you for being here. And T says some people, so many people want overnight success, but most of the time they not ready for it. They be running through the money and messing it up. Yes, and then because like, imagine you get a windfall of money. I think about this all the time. I'm like, cause you get it's like a high. You get high. You see all them numbers. I can't even imagine you wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden your channel you went viral overnight, and all these people done bought up all this stuff, like all this merch and all this stuff, and you all these numbers, you get high. You will get high off of that. It's like hitting the lotto or the jackpot at the casino, and they're going ding 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 ding. That's what it probably feels like. All them likes, all them comments. It's like, oh my god. But and that's great, like that's dope, but I'm not even chasing virality. I really want to build a grassroots community of people that I can connect with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's not what you were saying, but I'm just thinking about like why people run that money up and why they end up back at square one, or they end up chasing something and then they're kind of empty. There's a girl that I watch a lot on YouTube, and I watched her grow, and her channel grew pretty damn quick because she blew up like she was on YouTube for like a good year, and then her channel just started really taking off. So now she's up to like 200K subscribers. Like she's a pretty big YouTuber. But and she was able to quit her job and she does YouTube full time. But what I've noticed lately with her content is it's very repetitive and she's not really expanding. And I don't know if that's because she doesn't really have a structure. She doesn't really have anything other than YouTube and herself and whatever she feels like doing. And because she's built that core audience, she gets any video she puts up, any vlog she puts up, she gets at least 40K views on the vlog without doing much of nothing except talking to the camera, going on some shopping trips, maybe going out to eat, like just simple things. And she's not even saying anything or dropping any like significant tips or anything in her vlogs either. But I don't want to be like that. I don't want to become, you know, like if I were able to do YouTube full time, I would want to continue to build on the brand and not just be heavily reliant on, oh, they just gonna watch anyway. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things to think about. Yes, Kayla says, come on now. Exactly. It's growing pains and lessons. Yes, I have learned from the last relationship I was in. Look, scammers. Yep. Melinda said one. Thank you guys. Yvette, I concur. I had to learn that what I was going through was growing me. Yes. Thank you, Yvette. Yvette says, hit the subscribe button, child. Comment and share. Come on now. Oh, EBT looking, that's really creative. Guys, I'm glad. Don't erase anybody like that. If you think so. I don't know what EBT looks like, because when you look at the statistics, EBT don't look nothing like me, child. How you doing? Okay. T said, I watched the guy on here make 30K a month, then went to being homeless because he didn't manage his money right. Exactly. And if you make 30,000, imagine the level of high you would feel, and not understanding that the first thing you need to do is put some money aside for the taxes, because the money isn't taxed and you're gonna have to recoup that. You really got to think about that. You got to think about the financial aspect. Yeah, you can get 30K, but that 30K ain't all yours, baby. Because Uncle Sam coming first, and Uncle Sam gonna be like this. Hey, give me that. Okay, so you got to have some money set aside for that. Then you've got to think long term. How much is, let's say, forget the taxes for now. Let's just use that 30K number. How long is 30K really going to last? And then if you take the money and go buy a new car, move out of your mama house and get you a place, you have to think about monthly maintenance. Ciao. What if that 30K don't keep coming? Can you afford whatever? Can you afford, if you're living smartly, Kayla, that 30K can last you about 6 months? But most people get, now I can't say most, some people get 30K and see 30K and they've never seen that amount of zeros at once, right? So what do? They go and spend about 15 to 20K of that up front without understanding that whatever they're purchasing, a car needs insurance, car needs gas, car needs tires, car needs car has expensive oil changes, monthly or periodic checkups, blah blah blah, right? New apartment, because I see a lot of people on YouTube, like once they hit a lick, they move into a luxury apartment. I'm like, luxury apartment come with luxury rent. So you got to think about, like, am I able to pay the rent? If I don't get another 30K lick or whatever, how am I going to maintain this? So if that happens to you with a 30,000, if I got a 30,000 bonus or whatever, money came from somewhere and I got 30,000 right now, it'll be a nice thing, but I like to sit back and think and plan my finances and plan what I'm going to do with the money so that I can have a little change left. I can have something left to sustain me so that I'm comfortable and not thinking about bills, That's me. But that also comes with growth and being old. I'm 46. So I've been through everything. I've been through repos. I've been through. So at this point, I understand that you got to make the money last. T said, yeah, he moved into a luxury apartment, then put down for a big truck. See, and that big truck come with big gas. And we don't think about that. Hey, Kiki, I was in a meeting when you were live, and I was like, hurry up, meeting, because I wanted to go into your live and show you love. But I couldn't because I was in a meeting, and I'm staffed to that meeting, so I have to be focused. But I did see you real quick. Hi, Jay. I saw that you were still live, Jay, but I had to go live at 12 because I have a meeting at 1, and I actually, in about 10 minutes, I got to go and set up for that meeting. Yvette says, if I had that much money, I would invest in properties and land. What I would do first, and this is me, I'm not saying you or I always have to preference that because I don't want people to think that I think I'm some all-knowing person. When I'm speaking, I'm really speaking about what I would do, and I don't think that anyone should do exactly as I do. I think you can take bits and pieces of what people say and apply it to your life. Even when I'm giving you advice about fitness or I'm talking about fitness, I think that, you can take from my life and what I'm doing and apply it to yours. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what the first thing I would do is sit down before I do anything else. And if I were going to invest in land, I would want to educate myself on real estate before I jump into that market, because that's a whole different beast. And people see you coming. They smell that money coming, and they will sell you a pit of hell land. So I would want to learn a little bit before I invest. But definitely I would want to invest in real estate and land for sure. And then, but I would want to find out like what monthly cost I would have to pay once I own the land, and what I would have to do to maintain said land or whatever before I purchase, child. Because I want to make sure that it makes sense and it don't just drain my pockets. Somebody, who said that? Oh, 50 Cent. I was watching, I was on the 50 Cent rabbit hole one day, and he said something very profound to me. about like flossing and what rappers do and how they like they'll rent or purchase a yacht. And same thing, Yvette, with stocks and bonds. I would have to educate myself on stocks and bonds. I know a little bit and I do a little bit of investing, but I would have to really educate myself more before I put like big money in there. But anyway, what he said was like a yacht is beautiful, right? You see it on the water and then you taking pictures on that yacht. Everybody is like, wow, look at that guy. He's doing great. He's amazing. He's wonderful. He said, when I look at a yacht, all I see is a pit in the water that you throwing money at. He said, because you have to think about the maintenance of the yacht and think about how much time are you realistically going to spend on the yacht. But while you're not on the yacht still has maintenance fees every month. So you're still paying on this yacht that you're not even using. So he said, I will never buy a yacht. It doesn't make any sense. Unless I'm going to live on it, I'm not going to purchase a yacht. And this is coming from a man that bought Mike Tyson's big behind mansion. But what he learned through that process was the big house sounds nice, but the money that goes into maintaining it on a monthly basis, it's just not worth it. If you're thinking about staying rich. Now, if you want to just live it up and do that for other people, because that's really what you're doing. When you're flossing and you're wearing all this designer stuff, people say, I wear the designer for me. But yes, and no, because it's a status symbol, right? If you're able to afford all these fine threads, it's a status symbol. You're walking in a place and people know, oh, that jacket she has on costs and it's a status symbol. And you're also getting the house of whatever, super rich. Ciao. Anyway, T says, if I were him, I would have spent $5,000 on a vehicle, pay my rent at my current place for a year. I don't know where he lives, but if he lives in the South, I will purchase a trailer home. Boom. Something that is sustainable. Something that you can do beyond the 30K. Exactly, T. So what I would do, look, Rob Mugg, I'm just seeing your question. I don't know if you're still here, but Rob Mugg, if you were going to ask something and if it wasn't going to be appropriate, I'm glad I didn't see your question, child. Everybody saying hi to each other. Jay say, yeah, that's so true. Facts. Melinda said, positive crash outs hit it with the hundreds. Yeah, and these are things that you have to think about, and it's important to think about it when you're still on your journey, just to be a little bit more smart if it hits and when it does hit. T said, true, I always tell younger people when buying a car, you can't think about how it looks. Looks don't provide what is needed. I buy my car based on reliability, not what it looks like. Me too. I have a Toyota Camry, and let me tell you something, that car is the most reliable. I had that car for it's like 10 years, and it still runs perfectly because I just get oil changes, change the tires, blah, blah, blah. And it still runs great. Now, granted, I would love a new car, like a newer car, like with the push start, because I still have to turn my key. And I'm going to get there, but I want it to make financial sense. And the other piece of advice, because I have to go soon, and this is just me speaking, guys. You don't have to do what I do. If you're going to purchase a luxury car, because I see this in my community sometimes, especially during tax time, please listen. But you don't have to do what I'm telling you, but if you cannot, and this is no shade, this is just real talk. If you cannot afford to walk into Acura or BMW or Mercedes-Benz or Bugatti or whatever the hell, any fancy car, to the lot of said dealership and purchase the car either brand new or certified pre-owned from the actual dealer, meaning like a car that was leased and has about 12K miles on it, and it's gone through all the inspections at the Mercedes dealer, at the BMW dealer, at the Acura dealer, at the Lexus dealer, right? Certified, pre-owned, or brand new. If you cannot afford to do said things, do not purchase a luxury vehicle, because it is going to be what 50 Cent described a yacht to be. It is going to be a hole in the road that you're throwing money at with no warranty. I know you want to be seen driving that Benz, driving that Lexus, but if you're not buying it brand new, don't do it. You're not there yet, and that's okay. Go down to Toyota, Honda. You could even get those from a pre-owned, or you can get those from like a pre-owned car or someone selling theirs, because those cars are reliable, and if you need to fix it, it's not going to cost you a little bit of an arm and a leg, but not luxury arm and leg. Luxury arm and leg will make you literally cry. Okay? Just something to think about, guys. So Yvette says, yeah, so true, because I don't too much care for all that name brand, because we are making other people rich. Thank you, Reba. We are making other people rich, but I'm not talking about people that love to wear or buy. Right. Like I'm not speaking about it in a shady way. I hope people don't, but on this channel, that's not what my vibe is. Like, I'm a grown woman, child. Mama grown. Mama been through it. I lost my only child. I gotta go. I love you. Could go on and on, but I really gotta go. Reva, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. And I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta go. I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I gotta set up. I thank you so much, Reva. And Reva, I emailed you. Check your email. I emailed you a while back. I wanna boom, connect with you in some way. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for the talk. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.